Did you know that Stonehenge is not the only stone circle out there? In fact, far from it. In Great Britain alone, there are many similar constructions, although most are smaller and less preserved. But that's not all. Some stone circles can be found all over the world, all across Europe and Africa, as well as in India, Japan, and Peru. A stone circle is a ring of standing stones. Most are found in northwestern Europe, especially in Britain, Ireland and Brittany, and typically date from the late Neolithic and early Bronze Age, with most being built from 3000 BC. The best known examples include those at the Henge Monument at Avebury, the Rollright stones, and elements within the ring of standing stones at Stonehenge. Stone circles are usually grouped in terms of the shape and size of the stones, and the span of their radius. Although many theories have been advanced to explain their use, usually related to providing a setting for ceremony or ritual, there is no consensus among archaeologists as to their intended function. Their construction often involved considerable communal effort, including specialist tasks such as planning, quarrying, transportation, laying the foundation trenches, and final construction. There is growing evidence that megalithic constructions began as early as 5000 BC in northwestern France, and that the custom and technique spread via sea routes throughout Europe and the Mediterranean region from there. The Carnac stones in France are estimated to have been built around 4500 BC, and many of the formations include megalithic stone circles. The earliest stone circles in Britain were erected 3000 to 2500 BC, during the Middle Neolithic, 3700 to 2500 BC. Around that time stone circles began to be built in the coastal and lowland areas towards the north of the United Kingdom. The Langdale axe industry in the Lake District appears to have been an important early center for circle building, perhaps because of its economic power. Many had closely set stones, perhaps similar to the earth banks of henges. Others were made from boulders placed stably on the ground rather than standing stones held erect by a foundation trench. Recent research shows that two oldest stone circles in Britain, Stennis on Orkney and Callanish on the Isle of Lewis, were constructed to align with solar and lunar positions. Most sites do not contain evidence of human dwelling, suggesting that stone circles were constructed for ceremonies. Sometimes a stone circle is found in association with a burial pit or burial chamber, but most of these monuments have no known such association because of a lack of archaeological investigation. Recumbent stone circles are a variation containing a single large stone placed on its side. The stones are often ordered by height, with the tallest being the portals, with gradually reducing heights. Around each side of the circle, down to the recumbent stone, which is the lowest. The type is found throughout the British Isles and Brittany, with 71 examples in Scotland, and at least 20 in southwest Ireland. In the latter nation they are generally called axial stone circles, including Dromebeg Stone Circle near Rosscarbery, County Cork. Scottish recumbent circles are usually flanked by the two largest of the standing stones immediately on either side. These are known as flankers. The stones are commonly graded in height, with the lowest stones being diametrically opposite to the tall flankers. It is fairly common for the circle to contain a ring cairn and cremation remains. Irish axial stone circles are found in Cork and Kerry counties. These do not have tall flanking stones on either side of the recumbent stone. Instead, there are two tall stones at the side of the circle opposite the recumbent stone. These are known as portals, as they form an entrance into the circle. Often the portals are turned so that their flat sides face each other, rather than facing into the center of the circle. A concentric stone circle is a type of prehistoric monument consisting of a circular or oval arrangement of two or more stone circles set within one another. They were in use from the late Neolithic to the end of the early Bronze Age and are found in England and Scotland. Cobble pavements have been found in the center of many examples. Connected features at some sites include central mounds, outlying standing stones, and avenues or circular banks on which the stones are set. Alternatively, they may be replicas of earlier timber circles rebuilt in stone, especially the examples in Wessex. A funerary purpose is thought likely, especially by Aubrey Burrell. He thought that such sites in Cumbria are analogous to the curbs that surround some chamber tombs. Burials have been found at all excavated concentric stone circles, both inhumations and cremations. The burnt remains have been found either within an urn or placed directly in the earth. Megalithic monuments are found in especially great number on the European Atlantic fringe and in the British Isles. There are approximately 1,300 stone circles in Britain and Ireland. Experts disagree as to whether the construction of megaliths in Britain was independently developed or imported from mainland Europe. A 2019 comprehensive radiocarbon dating study of megalithic structures across Europe and the British Isles concluded that construction techniques were spread to other communities via sea routes, starting from northwestern France. In contrast, the French archaeologist Jean-Pierre Mohin in his book Le Monde des Megaliths has written that the British Isles are outstanding in the abundance of standing stones, and the variety of circular architectural complexes of which they formed a part, strikingly original. They have no equivalent elsewhere in Europe, strongly supporting the argument that the builders were independent. Some theories suggest that invaders from Brittany may have been responsible for constructing Stonehenge. Although stone circles are widely distributed across the island, Ireland has two main concentrations, in the Cork/Kerry area and in Mid-Ulster. The latter typically consist of a greater number of small stones, usually 0.3 meters high, and are often found in upland areas and on sites that also contain a stone alignment. The Cork/Kerry stone circles tend to be more irregular in shape, and with larger, but fewer and more widely spaced, orthostats around the axial stone. Examples of stone circles can be found throughout much of continental Europe, from the Black Sea to Brittany.
Locations in France include several in Brittany, 2 on the island of Erlanach and 2 more suggested at Carnac, several in the south of France on the coast of Blondos and the Cévennes, in the Pyrenees and in the Alps. The Petit Saint Bernard.
One notable stone circle is in the Italian Alps. As early as 1579, scholars in Germany described large erect stone circles near Balenstedt. In 2001 a stone circle, Beglik Tash, was discovered in Bulgaria near the Black Sea. There are several examples in the Alentejo region of Portugal, the oldest and most complete being the Almendra Cromlech, near the regional capital of Évora and within its municipality. Remains of many others consist only of the central Anta, as they are known in the Alentejo. This sometimes appears to be used as an altar but more often as a central burial structure, originally surrounded by megaliths that have only sparsely survived erosion and human activities. These circles are also known as Haraspal in the Basque Country, where villagers call them Meru Barrets or Gentle Barrets, meaning pagan garden, cemetery. They refer to mythological giants of the pre-Christian era. No example has survived in a good state of preservation, but, like the Alentejo, the Basque Country is dotted with eroded and vandalized examples of many such structures. Ancient stone circles are also found throughout the Horn of Africa. Buko in northeastern Somalia contains a number of such old structures. Small stone circles here surround 2 enclosed platform monuments, which are set together. The circles of stone are believed to mark associated graves. At Emba Dirho in the Ethiopian and Eritrean highlands, 2 kinds of megalithic circles are found.
The first type consists of single stone circles, whereas the second type comprises an inner circle enclosed within a larger circle. Double stone circles.
On Western Sahara, a disputed region on the northwest coast of Africa, there is a 3.5 square mile plot of land that contains more than 400 ancient stone monuments. On the western side of the continent, the Senegambian stone circles can be found. The individual groups are dated from 700 AD to 1350 AD, containing over 1,000 stone circles and tumuli, mounds of earth and stones raised over a grave or graves, spread across an area 350 kilometers long and 100 kilometers wide. The Senegambian stone circles are the largest concentration of stone circles seen anywhere in the world and an extensive sacred landscape that was used for more than 1,500 years. As a result, the sites were inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2006. Msura is an archaeological site of a stone circle in northern Morocco. It consists of 167 monoliths surrounding a tumulus 58 meters long, 54 meters wide, with a height of 6 meters. One of the monoliths, known as El Udid, the peg, measures more than 5 meters, with the average height of the monoliths being 1.5 meters. Legend claims it is the tomb of the giant Antaeus. Dated to the 4th or 3rd century BC, the site probably hints to the beginnings of the kingdom of Mauritania. In the Near East, possibly the oldest stone circles in the world were found at Atlit Yam, about 8000 BC. The locality is now submerged near the Levantine Mediterranean coast. Other locations include India, Japan or Peru. The stone circles of Junapani are prehistoric megalithic circles in Junapani, near Nagpur in the Indian state of Maharashtra. There are about 300 such stone circles noted around Junapani. The Oya stone circles is a late Jomon period, approximately 2000 to 1500 BC, archaeological site in the city of Kazuno, Akita Prefecture, in the Tohoku region of northern Japan. The remains were designated a Special National Historic Site of Japan in 1956 by the Japanese government. Each circle consists of 2 concentric rings separated by an open strip approximately 8 meters wide. Each circle contains smaller clusters of stone, including standing stones surrounded by elongated stones in a radiating orientation, forming a sundial pointing toward the sunset on the summer solstice, and allows for calculation of the winter solstice, the vernal equinox and the sun's movements. Some stone circles can also be found in Peru, although not much information is available about it. There is one in Silistani, and 2 in Saksawaman. Silistani is a pre-Inca cemetery on the shores of Lake Umayo near Puno in Peru. The tombs, which are built above ground in tower-like structures called chulpas, are the vestiges of the Tla people, who are Aymara conquered by the Inca Empire in the 15th century. Saksawaman is a citadel on the northern outskirts of the city of Cusco, Peru, the historic capital of the Inca Empire. What did you think about the video? Please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.